This is the gaming laptop I've always wanted. It has a 300Hz screen, a 5060 GPU, and 64GB of RAM, and it has the best cooling system I've ever seen for a laptop. So I'm gonna unbox this gaming laptop, optimize it, and try it myself to see if it's everything I've ever dreamed of, or if it's overrated. So this is the Thunderobot Radiant 16, and Thunderobot is nice enough to sponsor this video, but of course all the gameplay on this laptop is legit and my opinions are my opinion. This is just a lesser known company who wants more people to know about their cool products. So first of all, this thing is pretty beefy, which is exactly what you want for a gaming laptop because this fits all the great specs. Opening this thing up, it's powered by the Intel Core i9-14900HX and the GeForce RTX 5060 GPU. That means for gaming and creative apps, this should be insane, which I'm gonna put to the test. But along with that, it has 64GB of DDR5 RAM and a 2TB PCIe M.2 SSD. Obviously, 64GB of DDR5 RAM is insane. That's more than you need in any PC. And a 2TB SSD, in my opinion, is absolutely perfect, especially for a laptop. However, the storage and memory options are actually customizable, so you can choose if you want 16GB of RAM, 32GB, 64GB, and you can choose your SSD size from 512GB all the way up to 4TB. And this is honestly my favorite part. The built-in laptop screen is 240Hz by default and can go up to 300Hz, all at 1600p resolution. Like, that's quite literally an insane gaming monitor by itself, and it's built into the laptop. And now to actually get this thing ready for gaming, I wouldn't usually just like pick it up and go to my couch and start gaming on the laptop. I think the right way to game on a laptop is to treat it almost just like a portable PC. So like, to prepare for a gaming session, I'm gonna plug in my Ethernet cable to get a direct connection to my internet. I'm gonna plug the laptop into its charger so it never accidentally dies on me. I'm gonna plug my wireless gaming headset in, and then I'm gonna plug in my Pro controller on a wired connection to get the most lag-free input possible. And now I have the exact same lag-free professional gaming setup, 240Hz, my professional gaming controller. But this is all on a laptop where I can set this up in like 3 minutes, literally anywhere. So for my first time ever building around on a professional gaming laptop, yeah, this is insane. That's actually crazy. I'm literally in 240 FPS right now. I have zero input lag. Like, for reference, I game on a 4090 gaming PC on a 500Hz OLED 1440p monitor. Like, that's my normal gaming setup. So the fact that I can hop over to a laptop and it doesn't even feel like a downgrade is insane. Like, I'm playing just as good as I do on my PC. One test I do want to do, it's kind of pointless, but it's fun, is to see how much FPS I can get if I set this to unlimited and just look into the sky, and I'm getting over 400 FPS. So like, if I was just freebuilding around right here, I'm getting over 300 FPS when building. And that's while gaming in the highest quality possible. If I actually go and set this to 1080p instead, now I'm literally averaging over 400 FPS when I'm building. And this doesn't even look bad either, but the other quality just looks so much cleaner. I also mentioned at the beginning of this video how this laptop has some of the best cooling I've ever seen, and I'm not kidding. You guys saw how bulky it was, and that's how they can fit their advanced cooling system, which this actually has dual 12-volt turbo fans with 0.2mm copper fins and dual zone air ducts for powerful cooling performance. All those fancy specs just basically means that it keeps the system cool even under a super heavy load, because if a laptop or a PC does start to overheat, you'll see it in the FPS. The FPS will start to drop a ton. So it's super important that it stays cool, and this basically ensures that you get high performance all the time. And while I was setting this up to be my gaming station, you guys saw all the different ports this has, but just to go over like the specific details, this has 3 USB-A ports. So like, I plugged in my controller to one, I plugged in my headset to one, I could plug in a keyboard and mouse to one. It has 1 USB-C port on the back for even another peripheral. It has the RJ45 Ethernet port, which I think might be the most underrated port on the entire laptop, because not a lot of laptops have dedicated Ethernet ports, and that ensures your game can be as lag-free as possible. It also has an audio port, so you can plug in like just normal headphones into it. If you don't have an Ethernet cable, it has Wi-Fi 6, so even the Wi-Fi is super strong. And of course, it has Bluetooth, so if any of your peripherals are Bluetooth, you can just hook those up straight through there. It does have a backlit RGB keyboard, so even in the dark, you can see your keys perfect, which I love on a laptop. It does even have a built-in webcam and a number pad as well, which honestly makes it a really good like all-around laptop. You could use this thing for school, for work, for gaming. Like, you could literally use this for everything. And I mean, I can't talk about the specs without talking about how just nice and sleek this thing looks. looks. It has this futuristic sort of industrial sleek design to it, and especially for a gaming laptop, I want it to be built like this. I want it to be bulky, I want it to be durable. But I think an underrated thing about what they did is they didn't go too overboard into the gaming style, so it still just looks like a normal everyday laptop that you could like take to school and it'd be fine. Like rolling up to school in one of those crazy looking laptops that just have flashing RGB lights everywhere, I personally wouldn't like that. I prefer to stay more low-key, and this has the option to just stay low-key. Like, it just looks really sleek, but no one knows that inside of this is packing insane gaming specs. To be honest, I actually thought my biggest issue was going to be with the screen size, because I'm used to playing on 27-inch monitors, and this laptop screen is only 16 inches, which 16 inches for a laptop is actually on the bigger side. A lot of laptops are like 13, 14 inches. And the 16-inch screen, especially because it's actually a little bit taller, I actually think it looks really good. In the colors and just quality of this screen, like this screen so far is my favorite part, which obviously to get the screen to look this good and to get the games to feel and run this good, like I know it's because of the i9-14900 CPU, the 5060 GPU, the 64 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM. That's obviously what powers the screen in the game to look and feel as good as it does. And I'm not kidding, I've never actually gamed on a laptop, so to see how good this is running and how good and smooth it feels is kind of crazy, to be honest. Like I could literally take this laptop anywhere and have a proper PC gaming setup wherever I go. And I just realized that I haven't even mentioned that I'm literally recording on this while also gaming. Like I'm recording a high quality video in 25,000 bitrate, and that's while simultaneously gaming, and I'm still pulling my 240 FPS and my game still feels insanely good. I mean, recording, editing, streaming, school, work, I mean, you guys know the specs. This thing is powerful enough to do literally all of that. I mean, I've only been gaming on this for a few hours, but I can say I think Thunderobot has done a great job with this thing. Prior to me getting this laptop, I had never actually heard of Thunderobot, which just goes to show how big the gaming world is, because they were founded in 2014 and have over 20 million users worldwide, and they obviously know what they're doing when it comes to building gaming gear. Like, why have I never bought a gaming laptop? I actually don't even know. I've been gaming for so many years, and when I travel to go on a trip or go see my family, I just give up the gaming for however long I'm gone. Again, like I said, I was just figured that I'm going from an insane dual PC 500 hertz gaming monitor to a laptop, and that'd just be a big downgrade and gaming wouldn't even be fun. But I couldn't have been more wrong. Like the fact that I can take this anywhere, set it up in like 3 minutes with my controller, my headset, like bro, this is actually so sick. I mean, I think I've said all that I need to say. I don't know how many more times I can say it. This looks incredible. It feels incredible. If you're trying to decide between like a gaming laptop or a gaming PC, I see literally zero downsides to this. And of course, the link to this will be in the top of the description and the pinned comment. You can find even more information there. So if you're wanting a gaming laptop, I highly recommend this. I'm absolutely loving it. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.